In an Internet of Things world, people have grown accustomed to on-demand, at-your-fingertips service. But this means our threat landscape is expanding at a rate that makes keeping up a real challenge. There's an ever-increasing cybersecurity threat to local municipalities that can't be ignored.
So I'm Rocky Thurston. I'm the general manager of our federal civilian, state, and local business at Perspecta. And I'm here today with Petros to talk about sort of a disturbing trend that, at least from my vantage point, that we're starting to see across the state and local communities. And it has to do with cybersecurity. And it has to do with this new phenomenon around ransomware. And the first thought that comes to mind, at least question that comes to me, is why is this happening? I mean, with the work you do in the labs, what are your thoughts around this? And first of all, sort of what is IoT and what would that have to do with this?
So there are a couple of terms that people use that are related. Internet of Things, Internet of Everything. The main idea is as things are evolving, more and more things actually are connected. And things that in the past you may not have thought of, from the refrigerator, the coffee maker, to power grid, power devices, to traffic lights. Obviously, those provide great capabilities to the citizens of a municipality. At the same time, they create a lot of risk.
We're seeing a lot more threats in this environment today, and it tends to be growing. I mean, if you read the news about the city of Atlanta, city of Baltimore, or the 30 recent attacks in the state of Texas, it's a growing problem.
Obviously, cybersecurity is becoming a major issue. These are the exact type of problems we're working on, and we are developing several interesting solutions that address some of these things. Obviously, as a first step, you need to deal with some of the basic things, doing backups, storing them offsite, making sure you have some of the basic tools to protect the infrastructure. At the same time, there are maybe some more advanced things that you can do. For example, we've been working closely with DARPA to deal with attacks against the power grid. And we've developed some really sophisticated solutions for dealing with those attacks.
These communities need to have the resources to put in place the types of things that you're just describing.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the issue. One is the aspect of resources, which is important. The other one is also expertise.
What you have to do is become resilient. And resiliency requires resources that last. It's not a one-time fix. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency has been stood up recently to provide just this type of support. They provide local municipalities the tools and frameworks they need to augment those resources that they lack.
One possible approach for them is to reach out to outside vendors, and we and other companies can provide the resources to come and analyze the infrastructure and the cybersecurity posture of the utility.
Yeah, it's basic cyber hygiene that has to be implemented. And again, that's something that organizations like CISA can provide to an entity. So there's a lot to be done in this area.
Yeah, absolutely.
The cyber war is more about resiliency than it is prevention. Protecting ourselves and our communities against threats will only become more complicated, and American cities are on the front line. Protecting our borders and everything within. Learn more at Perspecta.com.